What is going on, everybody, and welcome to the show. I'm your host, Big T, right here with all of you guys today. And this is your WWE Friday Night SmackDown review result show for today, Friday, July 7th, 2023. Roman Reigns and Sikoa attack Jey Uso and Jey Uso. This is your WWE Money in the Bank 2023 Fallout show. So kick back, relax, we'll hit the introductions, we'll get this party started. And your WWE Friday Night SmackDown review results show will be coming your way next. Don't go away, because I will be right back.
This is M-Dog20, Matt Cross. We're in Cleveland, Ohio, and you were checking out Beyond the Ring with my man, Big T. Thank you, man. Big T.
Hello, this is EC3 of TNA Wrestling, and you are so very fortunate because you are watching Beyond the Ring with Big T.
This is the bad boy Joey Janela, and you're watching Beyond the Ring. Big T.
Is everybody here? Is everybody ready? I hope so. Because we're about to talk about Friday Night SmackDown. Let's see, where is my... There we go. Hey, everybody. Now you can see me. Now you can see me. Let me fix my logo a little bit in this corner. So that way I don't completely block myself from you guys. There you go. Alright, welcome to the show, everybody. How you doing? I'm your host, Big T, right here with all of you guys today. Welcome to the show. Let's see. What's up, Darth? How you doing? What's up, Courtney? How you doing? Haven't seen you here in a little while, but great to have you back. Let's see. Uh-oh. I guess I'm in trouble because I'm late. Let's see. Dart says, what's up, Big T and Mama T? Hope you all had an awesome 4th of July. We did. Hope you had a great one, too. And Courtney's like, knock, knock. And then she says, well, look who showed up. 2 picks, keeping my eyelids open. I've been out. I need to be re-looped. Well, hey. Courtney, you came to the right place to be re-looped. Sorry that I ran a little bit late, but things happen, and then I either end up running late or I just can't get on the air that night at all, depending on what happens, with my computer stuff, my technical stuff. I know, it's understated a little bit, I know, but hey, I'm here doing it, right? I'm here doing the show. I got you guys taken care of, don't worry. So we'll get into that right now. But, you guys know the drill. Don't forget to leave your likes, comments, subscribe. Call into the show if you guys want. Using BigT_119. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. All those social media handles are there. My website, beyondtheringwithBigT.com. Donate to the show on PayPal. #JusticeForPretty. And there you go, guys. So let's get into the show itself. Let me open up the results page. And we will take a look. Let's see. Where's SmackDown? That's Collision stuff. I don't need AEW Collision. Come on, guys. Where's SmackDown? That's what I'm looking at. I need SmackDown results. Let's see. I gotta find these results, guys. Alright, where are these damn things? I mean, they should be here. They should be. There we go. Alright. There's the results page. Thank God. Alright, WWE Friday Night SmackDown review results for Friday, July 7, 2023. Roman Reigns goes to Tribal Court. Edge returns. And we got a couple other matches. There was only 3 matches on the show, guys. They didn't do much. So, WWE Friday Night SmackDown for Friday, July 7, 2023 is coming to us live from Madison Square Garden in New York City, New York. Over the past few weeks, the Bloodline has crumbled. Tensions have been high amongst the members of the stable. Jimmy and Jey Uso were able to emerge victorious against Sikoa and the undisputed WWE Universal Champion Roman Reigns. This past Saturday at WWE Money in the Bank and on SmackDown, the head of the table, Roman Reigns, will be taking the stand in Tribal Court to defend himself and his action amidst the chaos. Also tonight on the show, after coming up short against Austin Theory for the WWE United States Championship on the May 26th episode of SmackDown, Sheamus has another shot at capturing gold as both men collide in a rematch, U.S. title rematch. Issues between these two men have only escalated since last month, after the respective allies Pretty Deadly and the Brawling Brutes became involved, so Edge will also be making his return to WWE programming for the first time since May 12th, as he joins host Grayson Waller on the Grayson Waller Effect. The Rated R superstar Edge scored off with AJ Styles and Rey Mysterio in a quarterfinals match for the World Heavyweight Championship tournament during his last appearance. Now, as the rivalry continues to heat up, AJ Styles will be going one-on-one with Karrion Kross. Karrion Kross and AJ Styles first met in the Squared Circle on May 26th, and again last week in a mixed tag team match competition when Kross joined forces with Scarlett and AJ teamed up with his fellow OC teammate Meech in the AM. So, that's everything that they had advertised. And the most exciting thing to me was Tribal Court. Anything with Roman Reigns is going to be the most interesting. But I know you guys are always curious of what I'm drinking. So I have a Fiji water. Drinking water tonight. Just like Snapple Facts, Fiji has their own facts here. What's tonight's? Let's see. What's tonight's? Fiji water untouched. Fiji water comes from a sustainable ancient aquifer deep within the earth on the islands of Fiji. Bottled at the source, natural pressure forces the water towards a sealed delivery system directly into the bottle, free from human contact until you unscrew the cap because it's Earth's finest water. That it is. It's really good. It's such good shit, pal. Just for people wondering, actually, I did drink a Snapple earlier. I did drink a peach Snapple earlier. So I'm going to read you guys that fact, too. Alright, guys, let's see. Let's take a look. Just so you guys know, Snapple Peach Tea. I drank one earlier. I kept the bottle close to me just for the specific of, like, you know what, I might as well read a Snapple fact. So let me see. Yeah, let me do it this way. Where's my flashlight? Let's see, because Snapple does have some fun facts. Okay. Snapple real fact number 833. Children have more taste buds than adults. So you can get all the real facts in Snapple.com, but Snapple Real Fact number 833. It's actually the You've Got Great Taste. Snapple Real Fact. See that? There we go. Why am I trying to hold this with my left hand? That's what's fucking me up. There we go. You've got great taste. Snapple fact. But yeah, children have more taste buds than adults. Never knew that, did you guys? So there, I gave you 2 drink facts for the price of 1. So, hope you guys liked it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Okay. So now, alright, let's see what's going on with Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns. The show kicks off with a video package recapping the events of the match between the Usos and Roman Reigns until Sikoa Money in the Bank.
A little bit of the bubbly.
Let's see. So yeah, Money in the Bank. Michael Cole and Wade Barrett then greet audiences at home as the Usos make their way down to the ring. So, let's see. There we go. Roman Reigns is put on trial in tribal court. Are you guys ready for the trial of Roman Reigns on tribal court? I mean, I think it's kind of, a little silly because Roman Reigns he's the head of the table, the leader of the pack, the leader of the family, and now you're going to try to put him on tribal court here. Something don't seem right. Had to find the correct lid that I have for myself. So before I go all in, I'm going to take a sip of my water, and we'll be ready to go.
A little bit of the bubbly.
If I could get the cap on. Come on. There we go. Cheers, guys. Alright. Especially on a hot night, it's refreshing. Okay. Roman Reigns is put on trial in tribal court. Jey Uso says the Usos are now in New York, before Jey Uso says it feels good. As he says, people said to them that Roman Reigns could not be beat. And Jey says that's exactly what happened on Saturday. Paul Heyman and Solo Sikoa then appear on the rampway, and Paul Heyman introduces himself, and he says that he will serve as defense for Roman Reigns. And the Usos tell Paul Heyman to pipe down. Heyman says the Usos do not get to tell him when to stop talking, because only one man can do that. Solo then puts his hand over Heyman's microphone to cut him off. And then Solo grabs the microphone out of Heyman's hand and tosses it onto the mat before staring down his brothers Jimmy and Jey. Well, at this point, Roman Reigns' music hits and the tribal chief himself makes his way down to the ring. Go to commercial, come back from the commercial break. Roman Reigns tells Madison Square Garden to acknowledge him. And Roman says while he got pinned on Saturday, the last time he checked, he was still the tribal chief. As Roman says, neither of the Usos can call themselves that. And Roman says he's having trouble understanding why he's here tonight. Roman says tribal court isn't official unless he calls for it. And then Roman asks the Usos who has the authority to call him out and put him on trial. Jey says, well, himself and Jimmy, his brother Jimmy, will not be manipulated like they always are. Then they throw it to Exhibit A. A video of Roman Reigns yelling and mistreating the Usos and Paul Heyman for their perceived wrongdoings on a number of occasions. Roman defends himself and says the person in the video is not who he is. And Roman says that he was forced to be that way, and denies that he wanted to do any of that. So Roman tells Jimmy, Jey, and Solo that he did it for them, and Roman says he didn't need the Bloodline. Roman says he put himself in situations for his cousins, and says the Usos compiled footage of his worst moments to embarrass him. Roman says he has enough responsibility as is, and says that he did not need the responsibility of caring for Jimmy and Jey's families. Roman says he doesn't want or need the responsibilities of tribal chief anymore and says he's done. And Roman tells Jey the title is his if he wants it. And then he takes off his lei and places it around Jey's neck. Roman rips off the title from across his waist and tosses it aside. Roman gets on his knees in front of Jey and begins crying. Roman then blindsides Jey and low blows him, which leads to Jimmy beating Roman down. Solo tosses Jimmy off of Roman and levels him with a Samoan spike. And then Solo picks up the lei and he looks to reluctantly hand it over to Roman. But before this happens, Jey Uso jumps Roman before he can. But Solo catches Jey with spinning Solo. Roman then levels Jimmy with a Superman punch. Both of the Usos are dumped to the outside. Solo clears off the announce desk as Roman is beating down Jimmy with the title belt shot to the head, like I think it was, 5-6 times in a row, just smashed the title into Jimmy's face. And at this point, Jey tries to help Jimmy, right? But Solo takes Jey out and ties him up in the ropes, forcing him to watch what is about to happen to Jimmy. Roman then tells Jey he will never be tribal chief. Yeah, he picks up the title and he clocks Jimmy with it and then repeatedly hits him with it. And then Roman grabs the steel ring steps and he clocks Jimmy right in the face with them twice and holds up the We the Ones symbol. Now Jey finally breaks free from the ropes and he attacks Roman, but Solo takes Jey out with the Samoan spike. and tosses him over the announce desk. Roman tells Solo to finish the Usos. As Solo drapes Jimmy Uso on top of the announce table. Officials head out to try and gain some order as Solo stands up on the top of the barricade. Solo then hits Jimmy with a frog splash, leaving himself, Roman Reigns, and Paul Heyman all standing tall as a unit. Heyman then drapes the lei around Roman's neck, and Roman holds his title above his head, and that was that. Go to commercial. Back from the commercial break, Jimmy Uso's loaded into an ambulance, with Jey Uso closely following him. So, the first segment was amazing. That took up, the first half hour, 35 minutes of SmackDown. You know, the Bloodline storyline is as good as it's gonna get. It really is as good as it's gonna get. But that was awesome. Now we go back to ringside. Sheamus heads down to the ring and Austin Theory follows. So we got a WWE United States Championship match. We got the WWE United States Champion Austin Theory defending his United States Championship against Sheamus. This is a singles match. The bell rings. Sheamus wastes no time as he sends Theory crashing into the corner and gets him up on his shoulders. But Theory escapes. Sheamus then lands an Irish Curse backbreaker and then dumps him onto the ring and levels him. We go to commercial. We come back from the commercial break. Theory delivers the 10 beats of the Bodhrán to Sheamus. And, but Sheamus catches Theory's arm and then delivers a flying shoulder tackle through the ropes before ascending to the top and delivering a knee off the top. Sheamus goes for a pin. Theory kicks out. Theory then lands a stomp and then climbs up to the top. Sheamus catches Theory with an uppercut and meets him up there. But Theory escapes and gets Sheamus up on his shoulders, and he plants him with a modified sit-out powerbomb. So we go to commercial. We come back from the commercial break. Sheamus sets up for the Celtic Cross, but Theory escapes. Sheamus then catches him with a powerbomb and locks in the cloverleaf, but Pretty Deadly runs down, forcing Sheamus to relinquish the hold. Sheamus levels Kit Wilson and delivers the 10 beats of the Bodhrán to Elton Prince. Now Theory looks to take advantage and hit the Aton down, but Sheamus escapes and delivers a knee. The Brawling Brutes run down to the ring to take care of Theory, but Wilson manages to hop up on the ring apron and distract Sheamus, as this opens the door for Theory to roll up Sheamus for the 1-2-3 and the pin and the win. So your winner and still the WWE United States Champion is indeed Austin Theory. So, we'll see how that works. But Theory's still the champ. Alright, so after Theory retains the championship, this is what we got next. You guys ready? Grayson Waller hosts Edge on the Grayson Waller Effect. So we go to commercial, come back from the commercial break. Grayson Waller welcomes fans to the Grayson Waller Effect and introduces Edge. Edge's music hits, he makes his way down to the ring. And, Waller asks Edge to share his big announcement with the world, and Edge asks what he's referring to. He says it's his 25th anniversary in WWE. Waller pushes Edge to make his announcement, and Edge is confused. Waller asks why Edge made his return to WWE, and Edge says it's because of the fans. And he says he goes way back with New York City and reminisces on the matches that he's had at Madison Square Garden. Edge says that New York City has always welcomed him with open arms and says he is a hard worker and a big dreamer like the people in the city. Waller then makes Edge's big announcement and says that Edge is retiring. And Waller demands Madison Square Garden get on their feet and bow down to Edge. Edge says someone sees something in Waller, but he hasn't had a match on the main roster, and tells him it's time to sink or swim. So Edge says he isn't retiring, and in fact, he got himself a match against Grayson Waller tonight, so there you go. Good segment, we'll see Edge in the ring. Michael Cole then announces that Jey Uso is currently being evaluated at a local medical facility. That's a Vince McMahon line. AJ Styles and Mia Yim make their way down to the ring as Karrion Kross and Scarlett follow. So AJ Styles with Mia Yim in his corner against Karrion Kross and Scarlett in his corner. The bell rings, Kross catches AJ with a clothesline. He follows it up with a series of right hands and then sets up Kross for the cross jacket. Then Kross sets up for the cross jacket. AJ blocks it with a jawbreaker and a Pele kick, and then delivers a forearm that sets up for the phenomenal forearm. Scarlett looks to pull him off the ring apron, but Michin levels her and tosses her into the barricade as Kross looks to take advantage. And Kross looks to take advantage and get AJ on his shoulders. And Scarlett looks to pull AJ off after the phenomenal forearm, okay. But Michin levels her, tosses her in the barricade. Alright, Kross looks to take advantage and get AJ on his shoulders, but AJ escapes and lands the phenomenal forearm for the 1-2-3 and the pin and the win. Your winner is AJ Styles over Karrion Kross in just under 2 minutes, guys. Believe it or not. Okay. So, Asuka then makes her way down to ringside. Asuka gets interrupted. Asuka says no one is ready for her. But before she can continue, Bianca Belair runs down to the ring and rains down right hands. Charlotte Flair's music hits and she runs down as she sends Bianca Belair into the ring apron, spine first. But Asuka catches a baseball drop kick. Io Sky, alongside Bayley, blindsides Asuka and hits her with her Money in the Bank briefcase. She delivers the over the moonsault and tells Bayley to cash in her Money in the Bank briefcase. Let's see. But Bianca pulls her out of the ring. Charlotte catches Io with a big boot, and that pretty much ruined that. Was whatever. Edge makes his way down to ringside. Grayson Waller follows, so now we got Edge versus Grayson Waller. These two actually had a very good match. The bell rings and both men lock up. Edge delivers a pair of shoulder tackles and a gutbuster, and then delivers a kick to Waller's midsection and plants him on the mat. Edge follows it up with a fallaway slam and sets up for a spear. But Waller catches Edge with a knee and dumps him out of the ring. We go to commercial and come back from the commercial break. Waller delivers a DDT off the middle rope to Edge as he fires off several knees on his head. But Edge responds with a series of right hands to Waller's midsection and head. Waller delivers another knee to Edge's midsection, and then lands a double axe handle and ascends to the rope, to the middle rope. Edge trips him and sits him on the top rope, and then joins him up there on the middle rope as he rains down right hands before Waller sends Edge crashing into the mat face first. Waller looks to go flying off the middle rope, but Edge gets his knees up right in time and lands a big boot. So let's see, lands a big boot. He follows it up with a flapjack and a powerbomb to Waller on the outside. Edge tosses Waller back inside and then ascends to the top and delivers a splash. Waller delivers an unprettier to Edge and then delivers a series of kicks to his midsection. So, as the match moves on, Waller gets Edge up on his shoulders and looks to plant him, right? Let's see. The spot moved on me just a little bit. Alright. So, Waller gets Edge up on his shoulders and looks to plant him, but Edge escapes, delivers an elevated DDT. Edge sets up for a spear, but Waller sends him crashing into the ring post and slides out of the ring. Waller gets back inside where Edge is waiting with the spear for the 1, 2, 3 and the pin of the win. And your winner is indeed Edge. After the match, Edge grabs a microphone and tells Grayson Waller he swam tonight. And what Edge means by that, Grayson Waller was able to swim in the deep waters and have a good match with them tonight. So Grayson Waller was actually validated and put over in Madison Square Garden by Edge, even at a loss. Amazing stuff. So, that was that. Good match. Nothing to complain about. Thought it was good shit, pal. What's up, Jordan? How you doing? Alright. So, we then head backstage to Roman Reigns, Sikoa, and Paul Heyman in Roman's dressing room. Paul Heyman informs Jey Uso that he is back at Madison Square Garden. And, is looking for him. Roman tells Heyman that Jey will not have to wait long because he will be waiting for him in the ring. So now, we go to commercial. We come back from the commercial break. Roman Reigns, Paul Heyman, and Sikoa are waiting in the ring because, as you said, Roman will be waiting at Jey in the ring later on tonight. Well, Roman is waiting. Roman Reigns and Jey Uso meet in the ring, and this was the main event of the evening for WWE Friday Night SmackDown for Friday, July 7, 2023. Roman Reigns and Jey Uso meet in the ring. Roman tells Madison Square Garden and all of New York to acknowledge him. But before he can continue, the Usos music hits. And let's see, the Usos music hits. Jey Uso heads down to the ring through the crowd. And Solo Sikoa looks to attack Jey Uso, but Jey beats Solo to it. Jey beats Solo to it and sends him into the steel ring post. Sends him into the steel ring post face first. Let's see. Solo looks to attack. No. Alright. Yeah, Solo looks to attack Jey. Jey beats him to it, sends him to the ring post face first. So Jey then stares down Roman at that point. You know, we're getting Jey Uso, Roman Reigns stare down. Jey then grabs a steel chair and cracks it across Roman Reigns' spine. Jey looks to do it again, but Solo grabs the chair out of Jey's hand. Jey lands a super kick as Roman slides out of the ring. And then Jey hits Solo with the steel chair repeatedly. And then after that, after Solo got hit repeatedly, Jey Uso grabs Roman Reigns' title belt and a microphone. Jey then says Roman took Jimmy from him. As Jey says Roman is looking at the judge, the jury, and the executioner of his trial in tribal court. Jey Uso then says it is now trial by combat, and Jey Uso challenges Roman Reigns to a one-on-one match. And then he tells Roman to accept his challenge, and that's how WWE Friday Night SmackDown goes off the air, folks. I mean, that's some deep shit right there. Really deep shit. But here's something pretty interesting too. Vince McMahon was reportedly backstage at Madison Square Garden for WWE SmackDown. So last night's WWE Friday Night SmackDown was live from Madison Square Garden in New York City. And the executive chairman Vince McMahon is along for the ride. So at this point, that was that. Vince McMahon was backstage. Vince McMahon was indeed backstage, guys. So, how do you guys feel about Vince McMahon being backstage? Because Vince McMahon was reportedly backstage at Madison Square Garden for SmackDown, so tonight's WWE Friday Night SmackDown is live from Madison Square Garden in New York City. And Executive Chairman Vince McMahon is along for the ride, according to PW Insider, which reported that Vince McMahon arrived backstage about 35 minutes before its report was published at 6:10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Fightful's Sean Ross Sapp reported the same just minutes later, tweeting, "Talent tells me Vince McMahon is backstage at WWE Friday Night SmackDown at Madison Square Garden tonight." On one hand, it is Madison Square Garden. In that regard, Vince McMahon's presence doesn't feel like that much of a surprise. On the other, as always, it remains to be seen what kind of impact he has on the show. Whether he's been present or not, though, Vince McMahon has been pretty heavily involved in WWE's creative direction for a while on the show now. To what extent entirely remains unknown. But recently it's been reported that Vince McMahon has been making changes remotely to a number of episodes. Making changes remotely to other episodes, albeit Raw or SmackDown. leaving some people frustrated in the process. So that's what Vince McMahon, he was there. He was there, and I was like, oh shit. I just was. I didn't have a good feeling. But here's another thing interesting, and I'll leave you with this piece of news. Let's see. WWE Friday Night SmackDown at Madison Square Garden breaks 2 records for the WWE. It is always a special night for WWE when it returns to Madison Square Garden. Yet, financially speaking, this week's SmackDown has apparently topped them all. Minutes after SmackDown, the episode was dominated by the Bloodline concluded. Let's see. So it was always a special night when WWE returns to Madison Square Garden. Yet, financially speaking, this week's SmackDown has apparently topped them all. Because, SmackDown at Madison Square Garden breaks 2 records for the WWE. So, minutes after the episode dominated by the Bloodline was concluded, WWE announced 2 more records for the company. The highest grossing WWE event ever at Madison Square Garden, and the highest scoring grossing domestic. Let's see. I'm trying to get this to move. Alright. So highest grossing domestic SmackDown in history. In history, guys. So at this point now, of course, these days that is just another day for the company. Recently, it's been boasting about breaking records all over the place. Last Saturday, WWE announced that Money in the Bank broke the record as the highest grossing arena event in company history. Last November was reported that the Royal Rumble, an event that holds a 36-year history, had broken the largest gate record for the show in January, and this year's SummerSlam, which takes place on August 5th, has already set a non-WrestleMania record for one-day ticket sales. Meanwhile, John Cena teased WrestleMania coming to London, England during his surprise appearance at Money in the Bank. Much to the delight of the UK crowd, backlash in May from Puerto Rico was another smashing success for the company, not to mention its lucrative deal with Saudi Arabia. WWE is achieving tremendous success nearly everywhere it goes these days, but knowing its history inside Madison Square Garden, Friday night had to feel a little extra special. So, that's what we got out of SmackDown at Madison Square Garden, folks. Thought it was a good show. I enjoyed it. Grayson Waller and Edge was good. Sheamus in Theory, it was okay. Karrion Kross and AJ Styles, waste of time. Stuff with the women I could have did without that segment. But it was an overall good, Madison Square Garden episode for sure. So I think I'll go ahead and say WWE Friday Night SmackDown for Friday, July 7th, 2023. Definitely gets a 7 out of 10. Give it a 7 out of 10. It was a pretty damn good show. 7 out of 10, folks. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the show. And that's going to do it for me right here on this episode of Beyond the Ring with Big T right here tonight. So I will see you guys next time. Yes, there will be a next time for me right here on Beyond the Ring with Big T. That'll be for your AEW Collision and AEW Rampage 100 review and results shows. That'll take place maybe sometime tomorrow or Monday before Raw. I'll figure it out. I don't know for sure, but we'll figure something out. And don't forget us, and we won't forget you. And of course, if you want the best, and yes, I do mean the absolute best, for all of your professional wrestling needs right here on the internet and right here on YouTube.com today, always remember to think Beyond the Ring with Big T. And, trying to see if there's anything important that I would need. We are winding down here, but I think we got anything we need. LA Knight got Madison Square Garden fired up before WWE SmackDown. By the way, the rising popularity of LA Knight was on full display at the Madison Square Garden show last night, even as LA Knight did not appear on the live telecast of WWE Friday Night SmackDown. Prior to the live taping, Hit Row berated the New York crowd with certain references to the New York Knicks championship drought. And just as they continued to generate heat, the crowd came unglued as LA Knight's music hit. LA Knight marched onto the ring with his usual swagger as fans serenaded him with a loud LA Knight chant. LA Knight offered a handshake to Ashanti the Adonis and was in no mood to exchange pleasantries as he shoved the Hit Row member to the corner before switching his focus to Top Dollar. The numbers game caught up to LA Knight as Top Dollar and Ashanti the Adonis delivered some tandem offense. Eventually, LA Knight escaped a powerbomb attempt and nailed Top Dollar with a neckbreaker, followed up with a leaping elbow drop with theatrics. Upon clearing the ring, LA Knight grabbed the microphone much to the delight of over 12,000 fans at the world's most famous arena and said, "Let me talk to ya." LA Knight began, "New York, I'm going to keep this short and sweet. New York, tell them whose game this is." The fans let it be known as LA Knight ended the segment with his "yeah" catchphrase. So, although the segment did not take place on television, it seemed firmly established. LA Knight is babyface in the eyes of the fans of social media. LA Knight was internally listed as a heel, despite him receiving babyface reactions across the recent European tour, not to mention on house shows in the United States. Similarly, fans in London were firmly in the corner of LA Knight at Money in the Bank, even as he failed to grab the briefcase after the show. WWE Chief Content Officer Triple H acknowledged LA Knight was the sentimental favorite, going as far to say that great things come to those who wait. The comments alluded to LA Knight's inevitable push up the top of the card. So there you go. And guys, cheers to you. And I will see you guys for Collision and Rampage 100. Those review results shows either tomorrow or sometime on Monday before Raw. Alright, cheers. So, take care, everybody. And always remember, thank you very much for watching and listening to your WWE Friday Night SmackDown review results show for today, Friday, July 7, 2023. And of course, everybody, as always remember, never ever forget that I'm your host, Big T. I'll see all of you at the matches, and I'll see all of you for your AEW Collision and Rampage 100 coverage. sometime either tomorrow or Monday. So take care, everybody. I love you all. Thank you, WWE, for a great Madison Square Garden show. Hopefully they'll go back to MSG soon. Take care, everybody. I love you all. And, of course, good night, everybody. Ha, 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 ha.
This is M-Dog 20, Matt Cross. We're in Cleveland, Ohio, and you were checking out Beyond the Ring with my man, Big T. Thank you, man. Big T.
Hello, this is EC3 of TNA Wrestling, and you are so very fortunate because you are watching Beyond the Ring with Big T.
This is the bad boy Joey Janela, and we're watching Beyond the Ring. BLT.